My name is Rebecca Zarate, and this is my persuasive speech. Everyone remembers their very first pet, whether it was a bird, a cat, a dog, a fish, whatever it was. Everyone remembers that overwhelming excitement that you felt when you first got that pet. Of course, after a couple days, it got kind of tiring and you kind of lost interest. However, having a pet is a big responsibility. Of course, when we were children, we didn't realize all the responsibility that came with having a pet. There was the cleaning up after the pet, the exercise of the pet, and many other factors. Our parents took care of this when we were children, but as you get older and you have your own pets, you start to realize how expensive and time-consuming they can really be. I personally have just owned an English Bulldog of my own, and I'm starting to realize the effects of the money and the time that it takes in order to take care of this animal. Today, I will persuade you to not purchase an English Bulldog as a pet because they are not for everyone. Okay, first, an English Bulldog is going to be very expensive. To buy the dog, they're usually almost always over $1,000. They range up to $4,000, and I've even seen them more expensive. There's lots of factors that play into that cost. First, all English Bulldogs, most of them, are born by C-section because the mother Bulldog cannot have them naturally because she is short and stocky. So a vet has to deliver the babies. Of course, when they're puppies, they get vaccinations and worming. So by the time that you're able to take the puppy home, there's already its shots, and the C-section is included in the cost. And of course, because of the breed itself, the line that it comes from is pure. And because they're not very common. You don't see them a lot everywhere. So that plays all into the cost. I, however, was fortunate enough to find one for $800. And you have to be very, very careful when purchasing a dog because some people will try to scam you out of money. They'll say that they have dogs for about $300 and they end up not having the dog and they'll trick you out of your money. So you have to be very careful when you're purchasing and find the right breeder. Of course, English Bulldogs have lots of health problems also. They have eye irritants. They can get an infection called cherry eye, which has really red, puffy eyes that kind of pop out. They can also get all kinds of skin infections, and because they have lots of wrinkles, they can get bacteria in between those, so you have to make sure you wipe them down every single day. As far as grooming goes, that's pretty much the only thing you have to do is wipe them down to prevent any infections. Of course, these dogs also, their main problem is their breathing. Because they have huge faces, they can't breathe as naturally as any other pet. So you have to make sure that you monitor that, make sure that there's no abnormalities, and if there is, you have to take them to the vet right away. And of course, because of their breathing problem, they have lots of gas. When they sleep, they tend to let out lots of flatulence because they breathe in so much air when they're just trying to breathe naturally. And of course, these dogs are not active. If you want a dog to jog with, this is not going to be the dog for you. If you want to take this dog with you on a boat or to a lake, you also cannot do that because they can drown very easily in shallow amounts of water. So you have to be very careful. They sleep all day long, and through observation of myself, he likes to sleep at least 3 times a day and for an hour or longer at times. So these dogs are very lazy. If you want an active dog, this is not going to be the type of dog for you. So of course, these dogs are expensive, they have lots of health problems, and they're not very active, and they like to sleep a lot. So these dogs ideally are not for every single household. You have to have a special kind of person to have this dog. You have to have patience, and you have to have the money and time to train these dogs. This is why I still love my Bulldog, but I'm trying to persuade you not to get one because I know the troubles firsthand. And it takes a lot of patience to take care of these dogs, and I know a lot of people don't have it. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I first got this dog, but I still love him. I want to show you, this is my Bulldog for Dummies book, and this is where I researched most of my information. There's also a picture of an English Bulldog right here. And of course,